What's up, what's going on, legends? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be covering how to get easy kills from behind in Modern Warfare 2. Now, there are going to be a variety of different weapons you're going to have to do this with. However, some are going to be more challenging than others. There are some tricks and tips that I'm going to give you guys to hopefully make things a little bit more smooth. Now, one thing I want to mention is no matter what tips and tricks I give you, I can't change the players you're playing against, and I overall just can't change the way they play the game. So other than that, there's not much I can do. But if you guys do enjoy this content anytime or find this video helpful in any way, make sure you share support for the channel by going down below and smash that like button. Let's go and throw an easy goal of 50 likes on today's video, as well as if you guys like to find a way back to the channel for more Call of Duty content, make sure you do hit that subscribe button. Looks at that notification bell so we don't miss you in future videos. Now, with this challenge being the way that it is, there's definitely a couple things you're going to want to keep in mind at all times when you're running through your matches. One, you're going to be wanting to flank as much as possible, which means you're going to be going to the outskirts of the map. You're going to be trying to go around the opponents as much as you can. Hopefully your teammates will be able to call UAVs in. Of course, you should be running a UAV if you're going for this, and hopefully you're going to be able to get some of those as well. So that way you have a better idea of the location of the enemies. You can kind of work your way around them. Obviously, if you're able to sneak up around behind them, there's a much easier chance that you're getting a kill from behind, and it's really the best method for getting this challenge done as quick as possible. Now, another thing to keep in mind is most of the time when you're running across the map or just going to different sides of the map or looking for enemies, they're going to typically come from in front of you. If there's places that you know enemies are going to have to come out of, whether it's doorways or it's a window that they might be sitting in and eventually they're going to have to jump down, the best thing you can do is position yourself in a way where they have to run past you and or go past in general where they may not actually see you. That way, once they do, they will be back towards you. You'll be able to get an easy elimination. Anytime or any place that you feel like you have the opportunity to make the flank like we were talking about before, you're going to want to avoid doing anything with the opponents until you actually make the attempt to get behind them. Now, the worst thing you can do is constantly challenge people that you see just because you see them, and instead, obviously, take that time to plan your attack on the opponent, whether it's luring them out so that way they have to go past you in a location where you know you can get the easy kill, or even finding another way around so that way you can actually come up behind them, increasing your odds of getting kills from behind. A lot of the cases that I was able to find at least one opponent, I did find myself behind multiple, but a lot of times also as well, the other enemies would turn around as soon as they realized that I was behind them. But worst case scenario, you should at least be able to try to put yourself in the positions to get as many of these eliminations as you can. At all costs, avoid having any front-to-front engagements. Always shoot for going around the maps. Always try to obviously put yourself in a position to flank. Hopefully there will be some UAVs to kind of identify where the enemies are on the map in order to obviously increase your chances of being successful. Now, something you can also utilize in order to help making flanking a bit easier is going to be running the Dead Silence field upgrade. Now, this is not an option that I chose to go with. However, I was fairly successful in most of my engagements by just climbing up behind people, going for those constant flanks. Depending on the map I was on, obviously would depend on how easy this was to actually make happen. Now, if you're really struggling on getting behind people, making the flanks, people seem to always be hearing you. The best way you can actually position yourself is going to be inside of a doorway or a window somewhere that somebody basically has to pass by. They're very unlikely to just check for no reason. That way, once they obviously make the attempt to go past you, you'll be in that position where you are actually behind them. You should be able to get the easy elimination. Again, there's nothing I can do to change how the enemy players are playing. However, I can just give you guys these few tips and tricks that I used in order to make these a lot easier for myself, and I was able to get these done in a match or two instead of having to go on and on and on for multiple matches at a time with little to no success. But hopefully, this will help you guys on your journey to getting these kills from behind. Thank you guys for all the support in today's video, all the support on the channel. I look forward to seeing y'all in the next one. Peace.